Calaroga Shark Media.
Hey there, I'm Johnny Mac with 5 good news stories. In Chicago, 2 separate automated delivery trucks crashed into bus shelters. So the good news here is you're on Team Humans. We're going to be okay for a while. First, the robot operated by Serve Robotics crashed into a bus shelter at Grand and Racine, shattering the glass. A spokesperson said, "We're aware of the incident involving one of our robots. No injuries reported. Our team responded quickly to clean up and reviewing what happened." Then, a few days later, a robot operated by Coco Robotics smashed the glass at a bus shelter on North and Halsted. Coco's VP said, "We're aware of an incident today in Chicago involving our robot. This is something we take seriously and is well outside the norm of our operations." A petition calling for the program to end has gathered almost 4,000 signatures. Good news for Pickle the pony. Pickle the pony is now thriving after being rescued in such poor conditions that Pickle could barely stand or breathe. Pickle was found when he was just 9 months old and critically ill. Tests showed he was suffering from multiple serious conditions, including strangles, equine flu, and salmonella. Staff said he was so weak and so small that a person was able to carry him to the horse trailer by himself. Charlotte is one of the rescuers and said he very nearly didn't make it, but eventually turned a corner and started to recover. The team worked so hard to nurse him back to health, and his vet said he's never known a pony to test positive for salmonella as many times as Pickle did. Pickle now is at the Penny Farm Rescue and Rehoming Center. Pickle has made a best friend now. Pickle's friend is Cheddar. They enjoy grazing and playing in the field. A diver off the coast of Israel found a crusader sword in the same general area where he had found a crusader sword 5 years earlier. Shlomi made headlines in 2021 after discovering a heavily encrusted sword on the seabed. Now Shlomi was diving again in the same area and found another one similarly buried in sand and covered in shells and marine growth. The sword is believed to date from the 12th century and was handed over to the Israel Antiquities Authority. The scan suggests only a small portion of the iron blade survives and that the weapon was likely made in Europe. That makes it likely the sword belonged to a European crusader operating in the region during one of the medieval crusades. Professor Debbie Zwickel says this is an extremely rare find that sheds light on the crusader presence on the country's coast. Only a handful of similar swords from the crusader period are known in Israel to date, and this discovery contributes greatly to our understanding of the use of naval anchorages and the lives of warriors during this period. Don't do this one. A driver in Los Angeles got caught for a creative interpretation of carpooling. An officer on the I-10 noticed a vehicle traveling in the carpool lane with what appeared to be a passenger. I think you know where this is going. Yep. It turned out, upon closer inspection, the person riding shotgun was just a jacket strapped in with a seatbelt. The California Highway Patrol said that passenger turned out to be a jacket carefully wrapped around the front seat with the seatbelt fastened across it to resemble a person. Nice try, but jackets don't count toward carpool lane requirements. Authorities remind us of the occupancy rules, noting fictitious friends and mannequin co-pilots don't cut it. And if you're driving around Ohio, be on the lookout for a loose ostrich. Authorities in Madison County issued a public alert. A loose ostrich was spotted sprinting around traffic. The sheriff's office has urged drivers to use caution in the area. I know I do a lot of these stories, but can you imagine you're driving and there's just suddenly an ostrich? I mean, you got to sometimes think about some of these stories we do. I still like the donkey that was painted as a zebra. Anyway, if they catch the ostrich, I will let you know. And those are your 5 good news stories for today.